What minor annoyance would you wish on your worst enemy, every day, forever? Damp socks, or sandy socks? A hole in the heel so your skin sticks slightly to the bottom of the shoe, a sticker that is poking when your foot is at just the right angle, but cannot possibly be found in either the sock or the shoe. Socks with slightly too tight openings that leave an imprint. All of the above on a random daily rotation. Things are never ever quite where they remember putting them. That the thumbnails are cut just a little too short. Their barber says whoops at some time during the haircut. Spotify ads, except they're in the middle of their conversations. They forever feel like there is a hair on their tongue. Every time they reach for a paper clip, all of them are chained together and have to be untangled. I worked in an office once where somebody did this to the boss. Connected all her paper clips together. She got angry and said, "Don't ever do that again." Idiot did it again a week later. She fired him on the spot. If you have enough time to fuck around with my paper clips, you're not doing your job properly. She was harsh, but right. The feeling like you're about to sneeze but then nothing happens. Notification from mom on their phone every time they are watching porn and about to pop. Smoke alarm, low battery chirp forever. Even in your car and at work/school. No matter how much they wipe, there will always be shit on the paper. The sound of a fly intermittently buzzing near your ear. Yes. But a fly in constant attendance. Lands on his bare skin or the top of his head whenever he tries to relax, buzzes around him when in public, making him look like Pigpen. If he swats it or sprays it, another one will appear, even in an Uber or aeroplane. Itchy balls. 3:27 a.m. Every day. The kind that will wake you up in your sleep. The kind that makes you feel like you've been bitten. No sleep from 3:27 a.m. every day. Itches you until you finish your shift. Retail or food worker jobs only. We can expand on this. New levels of minor petty. A faint sound that you can barely hear but you can hear it. It also seems to be in different areas so it's impossible to locate it. No matter how many times they sharpen a pencil, or how good the pencil sharpener is, the very tip will always snap, breaking the pencil. It's happened to many times to me. I wish for someone to feel my pain. A charger that only charges in a certain position. Earbuds that have to be held in a certain position or only one side works. But that position changes every 5 minutes. My ex used to balance his phone on top of a glass bottle with the cord wrapped around the neck of the bottle in a specific way because that's the only way it would charge. He did that for a year before he finally got a new charger. Hiccups that never go away, that range from the violent ones that rock your torso to the tiny ones that only come up every 30 seconds so you think they might have gone away, but again, they never will. You think you turned on the coffee maker and come back in 10 minutes later, but it was never on in the first place because Karen unplugged it to make an egg. R/oddly specific. No matter when they set their alarm for, it just goes off once per day at a random time. No matter how many times they check to make sure they set their alarm for AM, it turns out they set it for PM by mistake. Every time someone rings their mobile phone when they're at home, the home phone rings just as they're about to answer the mobile and the mobile stops ringing. Then when they go to answer the home phone, it stops and their mobile begins ringing. This would be great circa 2010. Home phones are going extinct. If you can't get my cell the first time, you ain't getting me at all. Every single one of the statements will be factually incorrect and countered with "actually, I was reading on Wikipedia that." Whenever they play music or watch videos and listen through their headphones, be it through an O or Bluetooth, it'll first play loudly through the computer or phone speakers. That or 2 ads before every YouTube video. to spontaneously poop at the same time I do, regardless of what they happen to be doing at the time. Now I want this superpower. You can link to another person by touching him/her for at least 3 seconds. You can link to a finite number of persons. Your limit starts with 3 persons at the same time, but it can be improved by training. If you link to someone overreaching your limit, then the oldest link will be broken. If you use your power on someone that cannot actually urinate, the link is broken. If you want to break a link, you cannot choose which one, you need to break all of them. Every time you piss or poop, every person you're linked to would do the same. Every time you're running late, the person in front of you will drive 5 under the speed limit. Whenever they cook something, it sticks to the pan. They have to reset the password to everything they own, only to be told they can't use the current password as their new password. Having something stuck between the teeth they can't get out. Sleeves rolling down while they wash their hands. They can never get the sock on right, so it always feels weird. Any water they encounter is either slightly too hot or too cold to be pleasant. Showers, cups of tea, cubes of ice. Bird shit on the driver's side window and in the middle of the windshield, every single time the car is parked more than 6 hours. Dead phone in the morning. No, what happens is it has 100 battery but dies as soon as unlocked. A sock that slips down into your shoe. Earbuds that catch on the corners of drawers and counters so they get ripped out of your ears and cause irrational anger and frustration every single time. Forgetting to take your earbuds out of your pocket before you put your pants in the washer. Nausea. Always to the second right before you vomit, without the relief of ever vomiting. Plastic clamshell packaging on everything. Every single stoplight turns red when they get to it. For the dog to stop greeting them at the door as they come home. The second to last page of everything they ever read is missing. Toenail gets snagged on sock. Transaction always fails the first time when using a card. They stub their toe and step backwards in pain into a Lego before falling over. The toilet always gets clogged no matter how small the poo. They shall forever suffer the feeling of a sweaty shirt stuck to them every time they go outside no matter the weather. You gain 4 times the amount of calories from each bite. Nasal congestion in only one nostril, while simultaneously only one ear popping to adjust for altitude. Throws your whole equilibrium off. Sometimes the toilet paper gets caught in their arsehole after they take a shit, but when they try to readjust by shifting their legs around, it turns out it was never even there and their mind was playing tricks on them. No matter how many times they flip it, the USB cable will never fit in its port. Sloping shoulders so bags constantly slip off. One random bulb dies every day. Every traffic light they come up to will be green but will turn yellow right as they are coming up to it, so they always have to wait for the full red light every time. Postnasal drip. Specifically when you feel the postnasal glob stuck between your nasal cavity and the back of your throat. And no amount of hucking will dislodge it. The Bluetooth devices never pair on the first attempt. You know how sometimes you get an itch on the roof of your mouth? The kind that reaches your eardrums, it itches so deep, and nothing can seem to fix it. That